Today's GT6 news is sending car enthusiasts into a frenzy. Players are hoping for a major overhaul in the vehicle system, from purchasing cars at realistic dealerships to more accurate car names and customizations. Imagine a color wheel for paint jobs and the ability to choose different car variations like hatchbacks or coupes. And don't forget about customizable wheel offsets and suspension options. With these changes, GT6 could offer a whole new level of car customization and racing experience. Subscribe if you want me to give away multiple GT6 copies on the release date. Thank you and let's go. So what are we starting off with? Hopes for GT6 as a car person. As a car guy, GT5 was a little irritating. I don't care that the cars aren't actually real, they are close enough and I think the names are super clever. However, anyone who has played any other racing simulators driving game instantly knows that GT5's entire system of cars needs a revamp from the ground up. Also, for anyone saying just play a racing simulator, I don't just want a racing simulator, I want to have really cool cars and run a math lab. Starting with purchasing cars, either lean super hard into the reality of it and have dealerships across the map, or just build a halfway decent car purchasing app sorted by brand rather than door count and price. Legendary Motorsports and SSA Super Autos are so poorly designed because when the game came out there weren't many cars on the websites. Things have obviously changed. Next, this is more of nitpick, but rename and reorganize cars so they match their IRL counterparts better. This one's tricky because the Dinka Jester RR is a Supra MK5, but the regular Jester is an Acura NSX, but the Jester Classic is a Supra MK4. This is just one example. There's also the various Careen Sultans, the Fister Comet lineup, and the Vapid VMG and Bullet and so on. They've been better with these recent years, and it's not exactly like they can go in and change all the names without it messing up GT5 even more. This is more of a when 6 comes around type of thing. As for customizing cars, locking certain colors behind level ups is so dumb. Just add a color wheel, it also saves up time trying to scroll through every color. I also think there should be more customizations for cars with variations among their IRL counterparts. For example, the Toyota AE86 has several variations, hatchback or coupe, along with fixed headlights or pop-up headlights. Therefore, it would be cool to see its GT counterpart, as the Careen Futo equipped with the option to choose between coupe hatch and a pop-up fixed headlights. Other cars this could be used with Anis, Remus, Anis, LG RC, Careen Sultan Classic, and etc. I also wish wheel customization wasn't so terrible. Everything looks like plastic except black on some cars. Again, give us a color wheel and let us choose how reflective and shiny we want the wheels to be. Also, let us pick a wheel offset, as I hate how sunken in wheels always look. I would love a 190Z with fender arches and a good wheel offset to compensate, but the problem is there is no wheel offset, so you have no choice but to deal with these super sunken battleship looking wheels. Also allow us to change wheel size, as I can't stand how big and fat the rims are in everything except the tuner wheels and some of the street wheels. Let us customize that ourselves. While we are at it, let us customize camber and suspension separate from one another. I know suspensions affect camber IRL, but changing suspensions isn't the only way to change camber. And lastly, make tunes do something. I hate how all engine modifications are just better upgrade speed. Make it so an engine swap changes a RWD into an AWD. Make transmissions upgrade can change the gear ratios. Allow customizable gear ratios, as give an option to drive cars with manual transmissions. Introduce nitrous oxide. It makes your car way harder to maneuver, but it's easy HP. All things that make racing in-game that much more complex. You don't just get a car and upgrade it to the max, you tune it for a specific style of racing. A color wheel would need to have either a hack setup or RGB setup, I always see people asking about car colors and lots of people guessing that it wine red with black pearl or whatever. It would be dope if the hacks code or whatever showed up when you tapped for the session menu and it gives you a car stat. Putting something like hash 190058 on the car stat lists would mean that in game you wouldn't even have to text the player to ask their color code. It would make it quick and easy also for people IRL online to ask what color it is, and OP can just find out the exact color without having to take it into a customization shop. I get you and hope GT6 leans into this more, and judging by trailers, seems like they will. The wheels on the Tulip Cheville looks way more realistic with meaty sidewalls and less offset, just like a real Cheville. Interiors look so much better, and even brake lights and indicators on older cars with filament light bulbs actually behave like they have filament bulbs. So yeah, I'm optimistic. Hopefully this also means no coil packs on 1930s cars to the longitudinal engines in Honda Civics, no gigantic brake discs on Chevy Avios, no RWD Camrys, no 4-cylindric Crown Vics, no stubby Lamborghinis, no Dodge Rams without backup lights, electrical issues notwithstanding. This list goes on as I'm a nerd. To the next, as notice how the lady in blue avoids running into the guy by putting her right foot across her left foot to slightly adjust her pass. Such a small but seamless animation. I might be grasping at straws here, but NPC movement is always janky in video games, and this has me excited for the overall movement and behavior of the AI. Small details like this really speak a lot for the quality of the NPCs in my own opinion. Unpopular opinion, I would like less supercars and more normal good cars, let me explain. So in 5, we have tons of supercars, hypercars, you name it, cars that are ridiculously fast and easy to obtain. However, I would like GT6 to have wider variety of normal cars or fast cars, but not extremely fast. Of course, yes, I would like to have supercars but really high price, so they are more difficult to obtain. And the main point is that I would like to roam the streets of Leonida without having to go at 200 km per hour. Sometimes I would just want to cruise with my car. Will you watch the GT6 official gameplay video? I know it's a strange question, but please read below. It might seem like the rather foolish question, who wouldn't want to watch it when it comes out? But to me, at least, after I went back to watch the GTA 5 and Red Redemption 2 gameplay videos, you are kind of getting spoiled on a lot of game mechanics. They tend to show a bunch of activities you can do in a world, and some of them main missions too. After such a long wait, I think I would like to play the game completely blind and learn on the way. Rockstar's story trailers do a pretty good job at leaving out key details, but their gameplay videos kind of give away a lot. An example could be if the rumored basketball minigame is real in 6, they would probably show that in the gameplay video, which I would prefer seeing it myself in game. Hope there's more random fun stuff you can do in the game. Grab a skateboard and go down the long slope like this. So that's kind of all the information we have for today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next one, and peace.